This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshake, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, they said trust it, trust it. Said it's safe here, safe, safe, safe. Not no more. Yeah, grew up believing the church don't lie. Grew up believing the drive through life. Man behind the pulpit, hands in the air. Man behind the counter, acting like you care. But the devil don't always come with horns. Sometimes he come dressed up saying he was born to protect us, to save us, to feed us at night. Then he pulled a trigger, then he pulled a light on everything I thought I had figured right. No safe place, no safe place. Every door I trusted got a wolf's face. Prayed at the altar, prayed at the drive. Ain't no place safe when the wolf's inside. No safe place, no safe place. I'm looking over shoulders, picking up the pace. Cause the one that's supposed to protect and hold end up the ones that leave you out here cold. 14 years old, boy just trying to live. Preacher took that trust, ain't got nothing to give. 24 years old, pulled up to eat. Never made it home, never left that seat. I'm not here to preach, I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, watch the ones who claim they love. Cause the safest looking places got the darkest doors. And the ones who smile the widest keep the coldest scores. Oh, no safe place, no safe place. Every door I trusted got a wolf's face. Prayed at the altar, prayed at the drive. Ain't no place safe when the wolf's inside. No safe place, no safe place. I'm looking over shoulders, picking up the pace. Cause the ones that's supposed to protect and hold end up the ones that leave you out here cold. Mama said believe in something, anything at all. So I believed in walls, but the walls can fall. Now I keep my faith close, keep it in my chest. Cause everything on the outside failed the test. No church, no counter, no badge, no name gonna save me from a bullet or a hidden shame. Only thing I trust now is what's real in me. That's the only safe place left to be. No safe place. Just me, what I know. Trust myself. Trust myself.
There are places we don't question: a church pew on Sunday morning, a drive-through window at midnight, red and yellow lights glowing like something that's never once let you down. We hand over our kids to the man behind the pulpit. We roll down our windows for a stranger in a paper hat. We do it without thinking because that's the whole point of trust. It's supposed to be the one thing you don't have to think about. In Polk County, Florida, a congregation trusted a pastor. A hospice trusted a chaplain. A school trusted a man to be near its children for over a decade. And behind that trust, investigators say, was a 14-year-old boy, a dating app, a secret that could have killed him. In Twin Falls, Idaho, a family trusted a burger joint the way you trust 10,000 others just like it. Bright, familiar, safe, until a car pulled up to the payment window and the last thing an employee ever did was hand someone their order. Two places, two kinds of trust, both broken beyond repair.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug, let's go. No middleman.
And tonight, Polk County investigators say this church pastor is in jail, charged with sexually battering a 14-year-old boy. They say Timothy Cheneyfield admitted to having sexual relations with that boy, who investigators say he met on a dating app. Just hours ago, Cheneyfield made his first appearance in court. He's facing multiple charges, including child battery, traveling to meet a minor, and having sex without informing a person they're HIV positive.
Tonight, 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Chris Hurst went to that church in Cheneyfield's neighborhood.
Well, the sign outside the St. James United American Free Will Baptist Church says there's Bible study Tuesday nights, but no parishioners showed up as their pastor remains in jail.
This is a dope smoking preacher right here in front of you.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children led them to Timothy Cheneyfield, accused of using a dating app to groom a 14-year-old boy into sex.
He's an evil man. An evil man. And he took advantage of the people at the church. And he took advantage of children.
Judd says Cheneyfield picked up the boy and brought him to his home in Eagle Lake. Neighbors who lived next door didn't want to go on camera, but say he just moved in a few months ago and only saw him mowing the grass.
This guy's dangerous. We believe he's a super spreader.
He says Cheneyfield is HIV positive and didn't tell the boy before they had sex multiple times. He's also charged with not telling another man he has HIV. That man telling investigators he later tested positive for the disease.
We fear that there's other victims out there because he was very aggressive and very adamant about having sex with apparently adults or children.
Cheneyfield also worked as an employee with the Polk County school system. A spokesperson tells us he started as a substitute teacher before leaving as a network manager in 2024, adding they're glad he was arrested. In Winter Haven, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay News.
All right, Chris, thank
So there you have it, man. You know, a lot of people brag about being from Polk County, but I guess they poking people up out there. We have a pastor out there in Polk County spreading the good old hills, man, and we ain't talking about a beehive. So what's good, too tight? Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be starting off with the pulpit is not safe. I want to get your guys' opening remarks about this because I'm actually going to pull up a more detailed report as well to kind of read through some of the things that they left out. So how do you guys feel about this?
Diabolical.
Your mic muted, I think, but
Hey, Nick, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, bro, that is not a representation of Polk County. This man here, I don't know who this Rudy Poot is. I ain't never seen him before in the streets, nowhere. And boy, that's dirty, man, with them kids. I mean, come on, man. You in the school system, you behind a pulpit, you holding Bible studies. Boy, you the devil. Boy, you the devil. Sick. Just sick, bro. Sick, bro.
what you got for it, Ray?
Diabolical. I mean, it's crazy. One, how can you knowingly infect somebody else with that 3-letter, disease that he's got or whatever? I sort of kind of speechless, but it makes me wonder if mentally he's not all there too as well. But I don't know. He held down a network job with the school system, so he's got to know something. How can you, in good conscience, be a person knowing that you're spreading around something that's going to ultimately end somebody else's life.
Oh, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. What's up, Ambition? Disgusting, man. We live in a sick world. Too much going on out here.
Yeah, so you guys know we just did a grooming series about less than a week ago. And it's very unique how these things are coming out. But I wanted to read some of the report because of course the news kept it short for you guys. But this was the dating app Contact. They didn't say what app he was on, but I'm sure we can probably figure that out pretty easily. It says investigators said Cheneyfield connected with a teen on a dating app before moving their communications to Instagram. Cheneyfield, according to Polk County Sheriff, picked up the boy 3 times in front of the child's neighborhood and drove him to his home in Eagle Lake for Smex. It says on those 3 different occasions he wasn't preaching. He was messing around, Judge stated. We're going to move down here because I want you guys to see he actually created some cocktails for this young man, too. It said he confessed, the judge said he confessed that he picked up the 14-year-old child at least 3 different occasions, took him to the Timothy's home in Eagle Lake, where he engaged with the child in Smex. But that wasn't it. That wasn't all. Timothy is HIV positive. He's failed to tell his 14-year-old HIV positive and had unprotected sex with the child and exposed the 14-year-old victim to the HIV. We pray that our work was fast enough because we got our victim, the 14-year-old, the HIV cocktail. He was stopped, this child from being infected. I don't know. I didn't know we had a HIV cocktail now. I guess there's cures for everything people not telling us about. So beware, if you can get to the police station in time, you probably can get the cocktail to stop the child from being infected. He was a 26-year-old who said that he engaged Timothy Cheneyfield in the Smex, and now he is HIV positive. Again, right now, you guys see that he's already been arrested. I'm not going to play the video, but y'all can go see the 24-minute video with the pretty much the chief there at the sheriff at Polk County. Yeah, he had a lot to say, man. He was not happy at all. This is something we really have to be aware of, man. The people that people are supposed to trust are now becoming the people you can't trust anymore. There's no safe havens anymore. I know we living in a world where we're focusing on one incident at a time, but there's thousands of incidents happening every second. And our job is to try to get you guys as much of this in front of you as possible. Man, this is tough, man. This was tough to really read, man, and read over, just knowing that we got these type of people. Like, I know there's sick people in the world, but man, like, bruh, like we already talking about we're fighting a system battle, a race battle, and then we got to fight that our own person will get out here and terrorize our children. I wonder what the parent was that was allowing their 14-year-old to be picked up 3 times in front of their home and not. I guess if you said you're going with pastor,
it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. Man, ain't no pastor
coming to safe havens for our children. I would have never second guessed that as a parent. You would hope that you know your pastors. You would hope that you can trust your child with any church member or clergy.
Damn. You don't even know the pastor, the youth pastor. You don't know these folks, man.
No, and it's becoming. It's sad that it's becoming more common as well.
I'd be thinking.
But we spoke about this yesterday too. I mean, this is just another example of another grifter, though. You know what I mean? I think you could put groomers and grifters in the same category.
Yes, indeed.
They all are taking advantage of those people at their low moments, right? We hear these stories a lot. What was that bishop that got knocked off of his pulpit years ago? But he did the same thing. Remember, he was helping the kids go to camps and sport camps and buying them shoes and like that's what they do, right? It's the grooming process. It's developing that trust, buying you, taking care of certain things for you. Y'all seen all the people, all them zesty people that was sitting behind him in that holding tank when he was going to see the judge at court. So that they even put him in the little PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they ain't gonna put him out there because somebody gonna piece him up not thinking and hit him in the mouth and bust their own knuckle open, and then they got it too. Yeah, they'll beat him to death. He ain't safe nowhere he go in the chain gang in the state of Florida. He ain't safe nowhere. Everybody watching that news going, man, I wish he would come to the camp. They're gonna wrap them hands up with them t-shirts, and they finna give him everything they got. He gonna be in solitary confinement. He gonna be in PC the entire time. Because if he go out there to gym pop, they gonna gym pop his ass.
How do y'all think we combat this? Y'all know we always try to talk about some solutions here, man. But how do y'all think we combat this?
Although this is an isolated incident that we just seen that was being reported.
Yep.
This is still probably going on in every community. It's going on in every community. There's somebody that they trust who probably coming in there. He probably gifted on the guitar, the keyboard, or the organ. And guess what? He end up putting that HIV in your organs too. I'm telling you, man. He ain't the only one. I bet you he ain't the only one. He the only one that got. Why gonna be some copycats out there come popping up next? We're gonna be reporting on this about 4, 5, 6 months from now. Telling me some damn, here come another one.
What's your thoughts, Ray?
Just reading. I was reading some of the comments to get some of the people's thoughts in my mind as well. But Penny said he's sick way more in more ways than one. But Penny also said that I didn't where the parents at. But they met on an app. So what is this 14-year-old? What kind of app was it that they met on before they moved the conversation over to Instagram?
Man, they had them creeps on Roblox. Remember that? They had them creepy people trying to lure kids on Roblox. Man, I'm telling you, man.
As parents, we need to be in our children's business
every day.
But I mean, you got to think about it, Rain, man. It's when you hear app, I mean, it could be anything. That could be Discord. That can be
GroupMe.
That could be GroupMe. That could be Signal. That can be iMessage. That can be a spam account. Like you see what I mean? Like you could be the best parent. You could be a helicopter parent, dog. These kids are smart. I'll never forget, man. Shout out to my daughter. She tried to play us when we first allowed her at 16 to get Instagram. And she was like, Daddy and Mama, y'all can just create my login and y'all can go log. You were like, cool. Find out her spam account came up on our as people you might know. I was like, you know what I mean? Then she got caught up, you know what I mean? So these kids are gonna be kids, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how great of a parent you are.
They still mischievous.
Yeah, I think it's funny that we even point to the parents sometimes in an environment where the pastor's supposed to be somewhere you can go to. like I mean, like I understand the parent's supposed to take full responsibility, but golly, like you can't even like think about that.
And two, what if his parents really weren't there like that? What if the mom was a single mom? She was working two full-time jobs every day, and she couldn't be there for him because she was too busy trying to provide an income for him. There is so many different scenarios that could have happened.
Yeah, and in Polk County, that the income is low. Central Florida in itself, because it lacks in the warehouse jobs. All of those are in Orlando. They have them in Lakeland, Plant City. But those jobs, they still you're working 12 to 14-hour shifts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what shift can you be on to be there to watch your child? You provide financially for your child, but at the same time, you're not giving them the time that they need, or the supervision that they need.
it's a bigger conversation, man, because like what Plug is saying, right? Like that's what they used to say, it take a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
But now it takes a village to manipulate a child.
You understand?
Like,
we got to do background checks on, we can do background checks on friends now. Be like, hold on, man, let me get your fingerprints.
yeah, for real, man, prayers to that family, man. That 14-year-old is gonna be that's gonna be some trauma, man. That hopefully he able to get out of that, man, and work through that, because you got to think about it. Shit, he can't even trust the counselor now. You couldn't trust your pastor.
Everybody gonna know. Like this, like that local news. I mean, I know he's a underage individual, but man, they gonna know who it is. That word on the street, that moves swift, and they gonna know who it is. He gonna be, man, it's over for him. It's over for him.
It's crazy, man. We're gonna get to some of these comments, man. It's crazy work, man.
Jen said,
Polk County, y'all.
Polk County. And then was that
not
the sheriff?
funny. That is not funny at all. That is not a representation of my county.
That sheriff, he was a sheriff, right? He's gone viral plenty of times for how he discusses cases online too. So.
He has been our sheriff since I was probably about 9-10 years old.
Okay.
He's run unopposed for over 40 years. I mean, over 30, 40 years.
Mm.
They love it.
Jen said, and children are exposed to this first and foremost affected. It's sick.
He said he's a dope peddler pastor.
Wolf said, hey, BG. BG said, probably a single parent or grandparents let the kid go along with the pastor. Too Tight said, new pastors are not, you're not scooping up mine at all, bro. I don't trust nobody.
Big facts.
Penny said, no, but this makes me question if we actually fighting or asleep at the wheel.
That's a good one.
BG said, no way, no how, not in my house. In my house. Penny said, remember he met on an app. He just so happens to be a pastor.
Yeah.
Jesus. Miles said, I haven't trusted a pastor, spiritual leader of any type for over 20 years. Jen said, this happens more than we know. It's always the ones that's trusted the most. Mighty said, dang, pastor out here giving people the package knowing it's wild.
Yeah, I think that's the worst part of it all.
BG said, parents and souls. As parents, it's our job to be in our kids' lives, business, extracurricular activities. Old people used to say, you ain't got no business.
Straight up.
I am your business. You are my business. You ain't got no business. Penny said, it was a dating app, though. Yeah. Mighty said, I'm all in my kids' stuff, all their social media, to the point they are like, Mom, get off my page. Too Tight said, happy I was a strict and firm father. My son raised him right. He's 18 and grown and can protect himself now. He can fight like his daddy, so ain't got to stress nothing. Ain't got to stress about nothing. Too Tight said, my son is 5'10" and 300 solid. He a beast.
God damn. Damn.
Yeah, that's it. Nose guard. Nose tackle, I mean.
Need a veil, man.
BG said, it takes a village to raise a child. Mentality is outdated. If you need a village, you have failed. Somewhere in your journey, you've made the wrong decision.
And I apologize if I'm delayed because it's chopping up bad on this side, so I apologize.
No, Jen said, yeah, it's coming pretty good. Jen said, trust no one ever, period. Penny said, 3 strikes, straight to the pine box.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mine said, pastors are skilled in persuasive language.
Hey, facts. Facts.
Too Tight said, yeah, he played football too and powerlifting.
Yeah. That's a big boy right there. Keep him safe.
Boy. Hey, Too Tight, you better watch your tone.
Boy, he have you calling somebody on the app.
Come get him. Man,
But we got a great show for y'all tonight, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're going to start off with our first breaking news. Always come from the one and only On the Radar with Ray.
Sovereign got Alabama grace all in the spirit. Yeah. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So on the radar tonight, we are following a developing story out of Fort Worth, Texas, where a pew pew scare at O.D. Wyatt High School on lockdown on the first, or put O.D. Wyatt High School on lockdown on the very first day of school. So shortly before 2 p.m. Monday, Fort Worth police responded after a photo circulated on social media reportedly showing 5 individuals inside the high school displaying a firearm. The school was immediately placed on full lockdown while officers searched the campus and surrounding property. 5 people connected to the photograph were detained, including 4 juveniles and 18-year-old Lucio Garcia. Garcia was later arrested and charged with making a terroristic threat, but there is one significant piece of this investigation that remains unsolved. The firearm has not been recovered. Superintendent Peter Licata said that authorities searched the campus and adjacent property, but did not locate the weapon. Thankfully, no injuries were reported, and all the students and staff are safe. They also warned, the superintendent warned students and families against posting anything involving potential threats on social media, saying the district cannot afford to assume something involving school safety is a joke. As of the latest reporting, investigators are still working to determine the circumstances surrounding the photograph and the missing firearm. And of course, we're going to continue and give updates on developments when they come available.
Responded to O.D. Wyatt High School to investigate a report of a group of students taking a photo with a gun while on campus. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Today was the first day of school for Fort Worth ISD schools. 5 students have been detained over the gun picture. Investigators were seen searching vehicles outside the school. Fox 4's David Santendri has more on the district's response. David?
Hey, Stephen, Heather, of those 5 students who were detained, 4 of them juveniles, 1 of them an adult. We know that adult is now charged, but police are still searching for the gun. Fort Worth ISD's first day back to class, a lockdown at O.D. Wyatt High School. Sky 4 video shows police searching multiple vehicles in a parking lot, investigating to find a gun that a student apparently brought to campus.
The principal felt we needed to go into a significant lockdown. You can't play around in this.
The district says a student took a photo posing with a gun while on campus. 5 students, including the one who took the photo, were detained by Fort Worth police while investigating.
They'll take care of that, but right now those students will not be attending school until everything is cleared.
The district says it works with agencies to identify potential threatening online posts. But in this case, a parent contacted the school after seeing the photo posted online.
We have agencies that monitor it consistently. I won't get into that too much because there's a lot of security pieces to that. But agencies are constantly monitoring, national and local agencies monitoring all social media involving schools and statements and certain words and phrases that we rely on heavily.
Late Monday, police say the firearm was in the possession of 18-year-old Lucio Garcia, who is now charged with making a terroristic threat. But the firearm has not yet been found. Fox 4 spotted a canine unit searching school grounds Monday evening. Feet away from the search is a park where young kids play.
Why do they feel like they need to bring a gun to school to feel safe? Somebody's not doing their jobs.
One man watching his niece and nephew says it's on students, parents, and educators to do better.
Is everybody at fault here? Yeah. Everybody at fault, not just one person.
The superintendent says that high school has 2 officers who regularly patrol school grounds during the school day. He also says they have metal detectors, but we asked if that photo was taken inside or outside of the school. The superintendent would not answer that question. So again, we don't know if that gun was actually brought inside the school or if it was outside but still on campus.
First day of school, y'all. First day. How did they get the gun in there in the first place? Because they supposedly had metal detectors, and then you can't find the gun. So where did it go? And then you're posting this on social media. So who's the ringleader? Is the ringleader the supposed adult that's got charged with terroristic threats now, even though he is technically still a child in a
Oh, you're
sense?
talking about the 18-year-old.
The 18-year-old, yeah.
Gotcha.
You know? I wonder where it is, where the pew pew is. What's y'all thoughts on this on the first day of school?
It's Texas.
I can tell by the way. But she two-stepping. But no, man. I don't know. I think a lot of these cases, I think we're gonna have to start doing some investigating work. I guarantee you this child is associated with something that's going on in that neighborhood. We forget that some kids are just going to school for a hot meal. Like a lot of these kids don't go to school for education no more. There's kids that like they gang banging, selling dope, and they just going to school to get their food or their customer base. So like I guarantee if you really sat down and did some investigative work, I could tell how that young man spoke about it. Hey, it's everybody's fault. Like his calmness and demeanor lets me know that it's more to the story.
And then he said too, and what caught my attention was that, he's like, are these kids do they not feel safe enough that they have to bring a gun to school? So
the first day, who would threaten him over to something?
Something was wrong.
Y'all think about it though. Is that going to become a question that won't sound crazy anymore? Like with everything we're covering every day, is it really wrong for somebody to want to bring protection?
Yeah, talking about with the school shooting.
Yeah, with the climate, just with the climate. Yeah, like is it
as police officers? Yeah.
Yeah, like think about that. Like just think about the world today. Is it really something that people are going to be able to be held truly accountable for? If you're living in a world where you don't feel safe, that's what we're talking about, right? Trusted places are no longer trusted places. So how can you fault someone who wants to protect themselves? Truly.
That's true. Got a point. You got a point, my boy.
Like, think about that. Like, if this young man, or I'm assuming it was a man, if this young man, 18-year-old, was dealing with stuff in the neighborhood, being bullied every day all summer, he know he finna go to school and walk the halls with all these people that he have some stuff outside beef with. Who's to really say that? How can you fault someone for wanting to feel safe?
Now, who gonna talk to him instead of just put him in? Who gonna talk to him and really get to the root of the problem, or root of why he brought the weapon to school, and not, instead of just throwing him in the system, have him down there in TDC.
And I don't know if y'all seen the stats today, but Fort Worth ISD schools are up 596% of uncertified teachers in the state of Texas. I argued with these two women. I don't know what their name was. They was on some radar with Rain or some show. But man, I was arguing with these women. It was one black lady in the chat. She was very violent, very aggressive. I think her name was Marty or something like that.
Oh,
and then
Lord.
It was another aggressive, just white female anchor. I think it was Rain, something like that. But like, man,
soft rain, yeah, something like
that. I know her.
I know
you know
her.
what I mean? And we think we think.
I'm letting you finish. Go ahead.
we think foams are the answer. Your kid might not even make it inside the building.
He said, "Mighty Duck, shots fired."
And me and Rain are gonna cover that. We just trying to get, we got to get some air to breathe. Don't do me so.
There's so much going on.
My bad, Miss Washington. I don't think that was you. I think her name was Marty. I think it was Marty, not Miss Washington. No, but for real, I mean, how do y'all? I mean, y'all got to look at. I mean, 569%, y'all. We up of uncertified teachers. You talking about teachers who have no degree? They just took a test. They're putting them into your child's classroom now.
They ain't paying enough, bro.
They ain't paying enough.
That pastor that's giving people the HIV can be your second grade teacher.
Oh Lord, have mercy, man! Come on,
no, like we got to start coordinating. We got to start.
Man.
We got to start connecting the dots. The world is starting to tell us right now how important education truly is. I'll put an uneducated person in your child's room.
That's wild.
Look out, y'all! It's a bigger agenda, and I guarantee if you go look at which schools have the uneducated, undegree. I don't know if that's a word, undegreeable. Like, well, I don't know what you want to call them. People with no degree.
Oh, you're on time out, bro. Time him out.
Like, for real, man. I will go look. We're gonna go look at them stats so we can try to cover it on that Mean Lady News channel on Sundays. But yeah, I'll let you get to your chat over here, Rain.
Okay.
And she used your name too, Rain, but she called herself Soft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We have to check that out.
Yeah.
Marty said, in this day and age, nowhere is safe, and that's why you have to arm your children with non-lethal weapons.
Oh yeah, you already talking about you teaching your daughter how to swing stars and daggers and stuff. Yeah.
Jen said, "What's the metal detectors not working?"
They're not. This ain't nothing but lean on me. Them things just there for decorations.
BG says schools need to realize kids can get pew-pews quicker than a high school diploma. We need more security guards, better security checks on some Joe Clark-ish.
Fair East Side. Love will stay and always praise thy name.
Say my name.
We need to find a topic to have a lighter show one day, because we've been.
We doing it right now.
This shit tough. It started out tough, bro. I'm trying to tell you, we came out throwing bowls.
It only gets worse. Go ahead.
He said that good old rocking the door. Tute said everybody done lost their mind. I hear what's going on in my Marvin Gaye voice.
What's going on?
Jen would explain not answering where the pick was taken. Liability. BG said shout out to Ella Langley.
Yeah, they don't know nothing about that. Two-stepping in. Yeah, they don't know about that. Yeah.
Penny said homeschooling sounds better than better. I thought about it, Penny. Penny said Maddie duck shots fired. Tuesday said it'd be a lot going on with these kids these days. Be surprised, man. Shaking my head. Maddie said, "Don't do me, souls." Penny said, "Souls, you on time out, bro." Too Tight said, "Souls not lying though." Maddie said, "My kids have their phones and their tagers."
Let's go.
and Maddie, Miss Washington, and Muriel is all one in the same.
Somebody, I hope you work from home, Miss Washington, because them kids gonna be sitting right next to you at the end of this year. They're gonna be sitting right next to you with them daggers and tasers. Yeah.
Too Tight said, "Hilarious, bro." Mighty said, "And all those fat police officers can't catch no one either." He was breathing hard last night.
But it was breathing hard.
Mom said, "Kids bringing Transformers to school for show and tell. Times have changed."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Penny said, "Mighty want all the smoke tonight." I'm sorry.
Right. No, you got it right.
Get yourself together.
That was make sure y'all hit the like button, hit subscribe if you're catching this on the rewatch. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I talk back for the most part. This has been On the Radar with Rain. Catch y'all next time.
Sovereign God, Alabama grace all in the spirit. Yeah. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it. Yeah.
All right. Y'all already know what it is, man. You know what time it is, man. Once we get done with that Radar with Rain, you already know we got the next best topics, better known as Real Spill with Plug. Here we go.
Real spill for the night is prudence. Prudence is using wisdom, good judgment, and foresight to make careful decisions, considering the consequences before you act. Good topic for the night. Real spill. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And just because you have the opportunity to respond doesn't mean a response is required. That's prudence. Prudence is having enough wisdom to look past how you feel right now and think about what this decision will cost you later. Because every decision has a consequence. Sometimes winning the argument costs you the relationship. Sometimes proving your point costs you your peace. Sometimes chasing quick money costs you a long-term stability. And sometimes reacting emotionally can destroy something that took years to build. See, maturity isn't just knowing what to do. It's knowing when to do it and how to do it and when not to do anything at all. Prudence will have you asking yourself, what's the end result of this decision? Am I making the move because it's smart or because I'm emotional? Will tomorrow's version of me be proud of what today's version of me is about to do? Because everything that feels good in that moment ain't good for the future. Sometimes the strongest move is patience. Sometimes the smartest response is silence. Sometimes the biggest flex is walking away. And sometimes the best opportunity you'll ever take advantage of is the mistake you had enough wisdom not to make. Don't just think about the move. Think about what happens after the move. That's prudence. That's real spill. Choose wisely, act accordingly.
That was real spill with Plug. The word of the night was prudence. I'm so glad I have spell check because Plug never lets me know how to spell these big words that he's using, but I always figure it out at the end of the day. I always figure it out at the end of the day, man. I always figure it out at the end of the day.
Well, I can read. He words small as hell over here, man.
Hey, no, man. Hey, no fear, man. We got 569% teachers not really teachers, so I think we're in the good hands this year. So, man, so we're gonna move on to segment number 2, man. This news this happened about 2 weeks ago, in Idaho, the shooter at In-N-Out Burger, but finally the film has been released and we're gonna discuss it. So here we go, segment number 2.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
So here we have segment number 2, the In-N-Out shooting, the release tape. So let me get this going here, and we're going to talk about this a little bit.
As the Twin Falls community continues to heal from that tragic mass shooting at In-N-Out over the weekend, the police have just released new information and video footage. I'm your Twin Falls neighborhood reporter, Joey Martin, breaking down that video for you. And a warning to our viewers, what you're about to see is disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
At this time, there is still no known motive for this attack. What we are ready to discuss is what is believed to be the most accurate information available at this time.
On Friday, Twin Falls Chief of Police Matthew Hicks and the FBI released a breakdown video of the mass shooting incident on Saturday, using security cam footage from in and around the area.
We believe right now is the right time to fill in more pieces of the puzzle for this incident to allow our community to understand what transpired that day and to aid in the healing process. If you feel that this material may be harmful for you or someone watching with you, we encourage you not to watch it. Viewer discretion is advised.
It all starts in the drive-thru.
When he reaches the payment window, the gunman shoots the first victim, Ashley Garibay, who later succumbed to her injuries at the hospital.
He then pulls forward, where he finds his second victim.
He then shoots the second victim, Christopher Claunch, in his vehicle, who is pronounced dead at the scene.
At this point in the video, the gunman encounters the first citizen to fight back.
Former Twin Falls police officer and former Idaho State Police trooper Austin James runs towards the incident where he encounters the gunmen and is the third victim shot. Due to his severe injury and blood loss, he is pulled back into his vehicle and given aid before going to the hospital.
The suspect then goes back to the payment window, firing a shot when his handgun jams. He then goes to his vehicle's trunk, pulls out a rifle, and begins firing at anyone he can see. While this is happening, an off-duty ISP trooper inside began helping staff evacuate. That's when the gunman came back to the window, and the unidentified off-duty trooper began firing back.
The off-duty ISP trooper and the gunman exchange fire. The gunman retreats before returning to the payment window for a fourth time, firing inside and striking the fourth victim, a Good Samaritan who is attempting to assist the off-duty trooper and render aid to the victim inside.
Retreating, the suspect then began firing shots at vehicles along Blue Lakes Boulevard, striking another 3 victims, before making his way over to the Tesla charging stations. That's when he encountered hailed hero Jordan Salinas, who began firing at him.
A Good Samaritan with a handgun engages the gunman who is running north towards the Tesla charging station.
While behind cover, the gunman shifted his focus to the cars at the charging station.
The gunman shoots the 8th victim in the first Tesla. He then shoots the 3rd deceased victim, Dale Schultz, and his passenger, the 10th victim, in the second Tesla.
He then makes his way across the parking lot and into the Twin Falls Visitor Center. By this time, roughly 3 minutes have passed, and that's when the first law enforcement officer arrives, with the off-duty trooper directing them towards the shooter at the visitor center.
3 people in the visitors center are unable to evacuate and shelter inside as the gunman enters.
Fortunately, he did not see the 3 hiding and left the visitor center, making his way to the canyon rim. That's when he encountered another hero citizen.
One bravely engages with the gunmen, allowing others coming down the trail time to turn around escape. As they separate, the gunman fires towards the employee. He then runs up the path as officers approach.
That's when officers located the gunman along the canyon rim, and it all came to an end.
An officer locates the gunman off the trail.
Hey, show me your hands!
As the officer challenges him, the suspect dies of a self-inflicted gunshot wound and falls into the canyon.
The FBI is still looking for tips and footage from that day. For a link to their website, go to this story at idahonews6.com.
So there you have it, man. That was the detailed footage broken down very quickly in 3 minutes by Idaho. There. What are you guys' thoughts? I actually have a theory, but I'm gonna wait to hear y'all's thoughts.
I was so glad they killed him. Or unalived him, whatever. I'm so glad.
He did it himself.
Yeah, he did.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know what sparked this. Maybe he got fired, or maybe he was probably dating one of them little girls, and now I don't know. It could be he just. I don't understand this type of behavior. I really don't, man. This world is really going to hell in a handbasket. It's completely out of control. I'm befuddled. I don't know. You can't trust nothing, man. It's just, look at it. For what?
I want to show y'all something. I have a theory, and it could be wrong. It's just a soul's theory. But I want y'all to just watch this.
The 4th victim, a Good Samaritan who is attempting to assist the off-duty trooper and render aid to the victim inside.
Retreating, the suspect then began firing shots at vehicles along Blue Lakes Boulevard, striking another 3 victims, before making his way over to the Tesla charging stations. That's when he encountered hailed hero Jordan Salinas.
Just look at him. Like, look at him, and I want y'all to tell me, what does it look like?
Who began firing at him.
A Good Samaritan with a handgun engages the gunman who is running north towards the Tesla charging station.
While behind cover, the gunman shifted his focus to the cars at the charging station.
The gunman shoots.
What does that look like to y'all?
He's hunting.
No. This looks like what every parent continues to allow their children to do, called video games.
Oh, Lord.
This man was, think about, he wasn't even holding the weapons properly. Have y'all ever watched Grand Theft Auto? When people are
Yeah, I was
walking
seeing
around
GTA in my
when
mind.
people are walking around the street and they just holding the weapon and they pointing here to go into the like, he looks like a person who has so much influence on video games. Like I'm telling y'all, we are truly living in a simulation anyway. So it's almost I really think a lot of our young adults are really starting to get almost put into like a trance of like these video games, man. Like when you just watched him, he like walked, y'all. He didn't have no fear.
None.
He walked to the visitor center. Oh, okay. Oh, someone's in that car. If you ever watched a kid play Grand Theft Auto, that's what it looks like. If you really start watching some of these things, and I know it's not what parents want to hear, but it kind of goes back to parenting too. Like a lot of this stuff we're starting to see, man, this looks like somebody who he didn't even, you could tell he never really shot a weapon before. Like Lil Penny put it right on hand, the desensitized. God darn it, I had to. Desensitization, yeah, of violence. Like just us being so desensitized to violence. Like us being so desensitized to violence. Now it looks just like what it looks like.
Damn.
Like when I was watching it, that's all I can see. And even watching the police officers be so untrained today.
Yeah.
Like when I was a cop for the first 5 years of my military career, it was always 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Like we shouldn't even be doing this much exchanging back and forth.
Damn, that's what we lost. That's what I learned on the street.
You see what I mean? Like we shouldn't even be that. Like with all those police, and you think about it, what's the odds of having that many law enforcement not in uniform in one location? And no one could take him out? Like we have watched multiple videos in the past week where these police officers are not ready.
For nothing.
Like they're not ready. They look good. They look tactical, carrying it all close to their man. You don't go out there and shoot that man.
They scared.
You had a good Samaritan. You had a good Samaritan literally stop and try to talk to the man down.
They want him. They want him unarmed.
And he did miss that one woman too who went around the building. So you remember when we initially watched it, there was a woman that went around the building too. Like she had no fear of her at all. But and then I wonder what honestly I hate when things like this end the way they do with him unaliving himself allegedly. Because I want to know the reason. What was your thought process that day? And even whenever GTA did hit my mind was when he went over to that second Tesla and shot both of those people that was in that Tesla. That's what made me think, video game type deal. But it's just I guess he got so consumed. You were assuming that he got so assumed in his video gaming that he brought it to life.
Oh no, man!
I'm telling y'all, we need to teach these dudes how to talk to women so they can get them some. They can get them some tails so they can stop doing stuff. I'm telling you, man, these guys be deprived, man.
I think that's what it is.
I'm telling you, man. Every time we go to the club and somebody got something got a fish on the hook, man, please don't start that tonight, man. I'm trying to tell you.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, Penny. I think we as a society have got desensitized. We're not even covering these active shooters like we used to. Like nobody's not even talking about it like they used to. Like
it's too common.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
crazy, man.
Penny said they really need to get the orders right, dang. Penny said CCL promotional video.
Conceal carrying license promotion video.
Marty said he
my bad. I shouldn't even put that on the stream. But we got you, Marty.
Yeah, Two Tight said, I don't know what possesses people to lose it and go psycho. Boy must have had some childhood trauma or something. Shaking my head. Penny said it looks like the Office of Efficiency wasn't on his top 10. Penny said desensitization of violence.
Good job, Ray. Good job, Ray. Good job. I see what you did. I had to go through it so you can get to it. I see.
I
I
appreciate you,
see.
Soul. I appreciate you. Penny said, got him. Penny said, so since they didn't respond, should In-N-Out revoke their discount? Penny, where did the backpack go, though? I was wondering the same thing because he pulled it out. It must still be on the side of the building, I think.
No.
Miles said, why does
That
this
lady
always
took
happen
it.
in rural towns? Say what, plug?
I say that lady probably took it.
He said, are they that bored? Tuesday said, Rain, why you say it like that and take a sip? Oh, is that what it is? What I said?
Desensitization.
Penn said, I agree with your souls. Desensitization.
It's very unique, man. I don't know, man. Like I mean, I tell people, man, if you ever come to my house, man, I got everything I need. I don't gotta go nowhere.
Like,
Like
you not want to.
DoorDash.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, man. You In-N-Out is known for long drive-through lines. Like your life could be taken just because you're car number 32 waiting in line for your double or whatever they call them over there. I don't even eat In-N-Out, so I couldn't tell you. So, but just think about that, man. Just think, I mean, be safe, y'all. Be safe.
You know what I was going to say? That's why I really don't go nowhere in the evening time like after it get dark. But this happened in the middle of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, geez.
In Idaho.
Be safe, man. Be safe out there.
Two times said when Plus said he need to go get one some tail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We do. We need to go get him some, man. Boy, the pride.
All right, man. We're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. This next case, I don't know if you guys have been following it. I've been keeping a close eye on it for about a few months now. But we're gonna go into segment number 3, and it's gonna be called "Did His Choice Dictate His Support?" So here we go. Let's see.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
So as we speak about losses, there have been a lot of losses in society and in Black culture. And we lost another Black man here who was actually stabbed and unalived by his OnlyFans girlfriend. And there's really not a lot of people covering this story. Nobody was asking for justice for him. There's been no protesting. There's been no grifting announcements. There's been no Crump sightings. There's been no Al Sharptons. And I'm talking about, this is another case that's pretty much clear as day. Even if you go, we won't be showing all the videos, but if you go watch all the videos of her having blood all over her, multiple videos coming out from their relationship of her already being very violent as a partner. So, you know, this is another, I got to keep it real. This is another white privilege moment, man. We're going to see it right in front of our eyes. I want y'all guys to see her charges.
What's been going on with this Courtney Clenny case, but most recently, this woman who was alleged to and now pled guilty to murdering her boyfriend only was sentenced to 6 years in prison. Not only that, guys, but she's already done 4, which means she could be out in a couple of years because she took a manslaughter charge and she's not going to be in jail for very long. Some people are saying she may be out in a few months. So we'll get into what happened in this case if you're not familiar with it, who this person is, and what happened with her and this back and forth between her boyfriend that ultimately resulted in her stabbing and killing her boyfriend. Check this out. Amy posted about this over on X. If you guys don't follow Amy and you want to stay up to date on the latest news, make sure you do that over on X at @IamyLee. She says this: breaking. OF model Courtney Clenny has been sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty to manslaughter in April 2022's fatal stabbing of her boyfriend, Kristen O. after are at their Miami apartment. Now, how you can get away with manslaughter for stabbing somebody, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out from a legal standpoint, and we'll get into that in a second. Clenny, who originally faced second-degree murder charges carrying up to life in prison, reached the plea deal with the Miami-Dade prosecutors. With credit for time served since her August 2022 arrest, she could be released in under 2 years, some saying as early as December. Now, following her prison release, she will undergo mandatory mental health and substance abuse treatment. Let's get into some of the details of what happened here. This case is crazy.
Years of legal twists and turns, OnlyFans model Courtney Clenny has taken responsibility for killing her boyfriend. Today, the social media influencer pleaded guilty and is now on her way to state prison for stabbing her boyfriend at their Edgewater condo. NBC6 reporter Kristen Colon joins us now with the shocking conclusion.
From OnlyFans model to convicted killer, Courtney Clenny is now on her way to prison after pleading guilty to fatally stabbing her boyfriend, Christian Abumseli.
You're facing up to 30 years in the state prison. Yes, ma'am. Do you still wish to plead guilty? And are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty, or you believe this is in your best interest?
Clenny, who was facing up to 30 years in prison, accepted a plea deal, 6 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of probation.
I would love to talk to the district attorney about this plea deal. How do you go from second-degree murder to manslaughter? Only 6 years in prison. Something isn't adding up here. This is insane.
Credit for the 4 years she's already served and the possibility the OnlyFans model will be a free woman in less than 2 years.
Courtney has a future ahead of her. As her father, I'm looking forward to that day that she can begin rebuilding her life. I'm looking forward to the day I can sit across from her face to face and hug her and tell her how much I love her.
The victim's family agreed to the plea deal, and in court, they took the time to honor their loved one killed at the hands of the woman he loved.
The birthdays, the holidays, we will not celebrate with him.
Wow.
The conversations we will never have. The person he would have continued to become, those losses continue much longer after today's court case ends.
And Christian
I can't imagine.
took responsibility, but she's still claiming she's the victim. Can you explain?
Here we go. This is what y'all are asking about.
That's right. Today, Clenny's parents telling us that their daughter was a true victim of a domestic very violent relationship in this case, telling us that they say that Christian choked her that day, which forced her to stab him to death. We'll have more on that part of the story coming up tonight at 5 o'clock.
And we'll get into that part of the story as well moving forward. We're going to go to TMZ for that. But at the end of the day, wow. He stabbed her earlier, or he didn't stab her. He's the one that's dead. They got in the back and forth. He choked her early in that day, allegedly. I don't know if it got caught on camera or not. We'll get into that in a second. And then she stabs him later. It's a tough situation, guys. I mean, we have to go through and look at all the evidence. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see everything. There was a preliminary hearing. This case is just sad all the way around. But let's check this out and get a little bit more of the background information from Harvey over there at TMZ.
Courtney Clenny, the OnlyFans model who stabbed her boyfriend and killed him, just got a sweet plea bargain. She appeared in court this morning in Florida, exactly 4 years to the day that she was incarcerated for the alleged murder of Christian Abumseli.
It's not alleged anymore.
And she now got a 6-year sentence. And that means with various credits, she could get out in about a year and a half. This is really a victory for Courtney because she was facing
I think that's an understatement.
Murder, and the maximum sentence there is life. The maximum sentence for manslaughter, first degree, is actually 30 years. So she got a 6-year sentence and will get credit for time served. That is an amazing deal for a couple of reasons. One, even though she was going to fight this and plead not guilty, you never know how a jury is going to rule. And secondly, if there were a hung jury, then it would probably take a year or two for a retrial. And
not to mention that she was facing up to 30 years, probably even more than that, depending on how you look at this case. I mean, it's absolutely insane the deal this woman got. And we say deal, you know, obviously she's been in jail for 4 years and was going to go to prison for another year and a half or two. So that's amazing.
By the time a retrial would happen based on this deal, she'd already be out. So whichever way you look at this, this was a great deal for Courtney Clenny.
That's a fact.
The family of Christian was in court, and there is still a bone of contention here. The family wants to make sure that Courtney does not profit from her crime. And Courtney's lawyer said that they will fight that because they think that any son of Sam law, which is what we call it, limiting what somebody can make once they've pled guilty and served their time, is unconstitutional. So they could be setting up a real court case here on the constitutionality of these sons of Sam laws.
I think she's going to make money either way. Whether she goes back to doing what she was doing before, I don't know that she'll have to, but that could be possible. Or she writes a book. I mean, in a lot of these cases, again, she got a major break. A lot of people are saying a break that she didn't deserve. And in this case, I think she's going to, I won't say win, but she's going to find a way through eventually.
So how do y'all feel about that case? We have a gentleman who lost his life from a stabbing event with his OnlyFans girlfriend. So how do you guys feel about that?
God. He only got 6 years. 6 funky years for a whole life. But that sounds like some YT privilege. That's what that sounds like to me. Because and then she pled guilty, admitted. You did it? Okay. Slap on the wrist. That's chump change. I've seen people get more time for that with some dope.
There you go. Can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was buffering. It was a black screen on my end on StreamYard. It's been doing it the whole time. What last thing I heard from you, Plug, was the YT energy.
That's YT privilege. Like really, she real talk, I seen people get more time for drugs.
Drugs, DUI,
yeah. I mean, like that's what kind of deal is that?
Plea deal. It's a deal.
Yeah, I know. I dig it. But what kind of deal is that? 6 years for manslaughter? You go from 2nd-degree murder to manslaughter in 6 years? Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. I can't call it, bro. This thing got out of hand. What do you call that? Anybody? Can we justify that?
What is your thoughts, Rain?
She took a man's life, regardless of. If you pick up a knife and unalive somebody, to me, that's intention. There's other way you could have ran away. If it was so-called self-defense, you could have ran away. You could have went out the door. There's so many other things you could do besides going in the kitchen or wherever you went to get the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, that's an intent with it. So, and then what really, I know you probably seen my face. What really ticked me off was her father. You're saying this is okay. You want to see her face again, but she just took another person's life. How do you know that she won't do it to you or anybody else again? If you that on edge.
That it's okay. That this like to be honest, it seems like it's okay. It just seemed like black with this icing on the cake.
Yeah,
like it just seemed like it's okay to take a black life, no matter who takes it. No matter who takes it, it seemed like it's okay. It's all right. Oh, he was black. All right, no problem. What her name is? Now you're talking about. Don't worry about the occupation. Nah, just. And did they say anything about domestic? I don't even don't even hear anything about a domestic. Was there a domestic dispute?
They had multiple. I know we previously spoke about this on No Middleman about, people staying in relationships too long, right? How these things normally end up in these manners. Throughout his case, there were a lot of videos sent in from both sides, right? They both had moments where they both were alleged of possible DV. So their whole relationship was very physical, if that's how you want to call it. The later videos throughout their relationship, you started to notice that she was more physical. He was trying to just kind of hold her off. I think the last one was when he was in the elevator, and she was very physical with him, and he was trying to hold her off, push her back. And I want to say the incident happened not too long after that. So we always talk about just being in relationships for too long. We trying to tell, especially men in general, is like, hey, you don't have to stay in those type of relationships. You don't have to stay where you know that you're not wanted, where you're not needed, or anytime anybody is putting their hands on someone, I think it's time to go.
Or you feel unsafe altogether.
Yeah.
Then why even stay if you feel unsafe?
Yeah. So very unique case, man. Didn't get too much coverage. I still feel that coverage does dictate a lot of narratives. I was able to listen to the closing remarks from his family. Very tough closing remarks. They showed her face a lot of, some smirks here and there. There was even a moment where she was like blowing a kiss to the camera, things of that nature. So just a very unique case, man. We'll definitely keep an eye on it, like the full outcome. But it looks like she already got a verdict. It was dropped down to a manslaughter, which definitely doesn't fit the case at all. So just something to think about. Hopefully the family's able to appeal and maybe try to go up for another trial, see what they can do there. But I would tell men to really get out of these relationships, vice versa for women as well. If you're in a very toxic relationship, don't stay. Anytime it becomes physical, definitely stay. So I'm telling you.
Penny said, I'm honestly surprised no one tried to run that fool down.
Oh, he's talking about the In-N-Out.
Yeah. Miles said he had a bag of pew-pews and rifles. He planned it. Two Tight said, man, it's the depressing night tonight. Penny said, homie didn't do his homework for $5.99 a subscription. Penny said, fair skin privilege has its perks, I guess.
Got to.
Penny said, as her father, you should be ashamed of her existence. And you know what? It makes me think too. We tend to judge people off their appearance and whatnot, like they got the cash to throw out there like that. Well dressed, well spoken.
Yeah.
Type deal. So, yeah. Jen said that's the same chick. Laugh out loud. Two Tight said, man, wow, man, work and all that. She just crazy. If that. Penny said, so it was a self-defense argument, but she took the plea down. Right. So why not fight it if it was really self-defense? Penny said, Jen, filters and subscribers will get you every time.
Well.
Penny said, hashtag Carmelo Anthony. Mighty said, Florida always has some crazy things going on. Penny got his eyes on watching. Two Tight said, hey, plug, it's too much of that white privilege going on as it is. Tired of that. Penny said, more time for jaywalking a while back. Penny said, we call that diabolical, sir. Mighty said, where's her 35 years? Penny said, Tess, I'm saying 2 stabbings, but different sentences. You can't just say it's different and walk away. Penny said, white kid's life worth 35 years, but black man's life worth 6 years. Welcome in, I-90. Penny said, both cases had the potential for self-defense. Brandon says she should have gotten more, but I read an article today and his mother says she was satisfied with the sentence.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely gonna have to look that up. Definitely gonna have to look that up. That's crazy. I know the mother did have a lot of she stood strong, man. She stood strong as she spoke. She did a lot. She was strong. She was strong in front of the court. The father got to speak a little bit as well. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. So prayers to that family. Prayers to that family for sure, for sure. So we're gonna move on to our final topic of the night, called Souls Talk. All right, since we have everybody's attention, Souls Talk is going to have another educational piece called the kayfabe theory. Your favorite creator could just be your favorite WWE star. So here we go.
Was Papa Shango really into voodoo? Was Kama truly a fighting machine? Was Godfather a pimp? Can I talk about wrestling without mentioning a Charles Wright gimmick? Hey ding dongs, GameSpot's resident wrestling mark, Matt K. Fabian Elfring here, and we're breaking down wrestling terminology so you can learn a bit more about what makes wrestling great. This week we're talking about the term kayfabe. Where did it come from? What did it used to mean? And how do people use the term today? Before we give you the curtain call, do us a favor and click subscribe if you love videos about wrestling, movies, television, and anime. So kayfabe is a pretty versatile term. In essence, it means to keep the secrets of the wrestling world secret from outsiders. Now, we're talking about 99% of the people watching this right now, except for the few wrestlers, we get comments from them now and again. What kayfabe really revolves around is keeping the audience's suspension of disbelief intact. Let them think the fights are real. Let them think that the guy who lost the "You're Fired" match is actually fired.
You're fired!
Let them think that the manager with the Russian accent isn't an actress/model from Florida. The idea of kayfabe was first documented in the book Fall Guys, The Barnums of Bounce by Marcus Griffin back in 1937. While the book doesn't specifically use that term, it does document the concept, as Griffin learned the ins and outs of wrestling and gave readers an insight into the business. But where does the actual term come from? We're unsure, as there seems to be more lore around it more than anything else. Some say it's named after a mute wrestler named Kay Fabian. Some say it's Pig Latin for be fake. There's even a theory that it derived from the Latin word cavio, which means to be on guard against. Kayfabe is all about making the people believe what's happening in the ring is genuine. Think about it like a movie. The actor playing James Bond isn't going to turn to the camera and say, "I'm not really a spy. I'm actually a classically trained actor who spent years as an insurance salesman and guns scare me." Quick note, I know nothing about Sean Connery's personal life, so don't take anything I just said there as truth. Kayfabe is all about making the viewer believe the unbelievable, suspending your disbelief, lulling you into a world where police officers, Canadian Mounties, models, and even porn stars gave up their careers to fight in the ring. It's about making the audience believe that losing a match could mean someone lost their job.
You're fired!
That a contract signing could actually happen without someone getting punched in the face. And the eventual punch in the face not only made contact, but it actually hurt. Some wrestlers were so dedicated to kayfabe and being in character outside of the ring, they wouldn't even break it, even if it meant they would get arrested. In Hulk Hogan's 2002 autobiography, he recounts the time when he was traveling with the Wild Samoans, who on television never spoke English. Police found an unregistered handgun in Hogan's car, and he begged the Samoans to come to his defense. They never did because they stayed in character the whole time, never breaking kayfabe.
Boogie means go ahead. Gentlemen, I'm sorry. We are out of time.
Hopefully you have a better understanding of what kayfabe is and what it encompasses in wrestling. If not, realize this. Comedian Larry the Cable Guy's name is Daniel, and he has never been a cable guy. Just like Goldust's real name is Dustin, and he was never I don't know what Goldust's gimmick is nowadays. That's it for this week, guys.
So there you have it, talking about kayfabe. It was a theory of the illusion that everyone agrees to believe. The number one thing first says what it is. The kayfabe is a wrestling practice of presenting stage scripted events as they are real and spontaneous. Number two says, where does it come from? It came from an old circus insider term, likely linked to Pig Latin for fake or to be fake. It became code language in the early 20th century of wrestling culture. Number three said how it works. So the work is equals scripted and planned, shoot equals real and unscripted, and then it goes down to work, shoot. When wrestling blurs the two, wrestlers stay in character, feuds presented like real conflict, and breaking character becomes a major moment. Number 4 says beyond wrestling, you may now you use a metaphor for situations where everyone knows something is partially manufactured but still participate as it is real. Politics, celebrity beefs, internet drama, and social performance. People know it's a work, but we react like it's a shoot. So wanted to talk about kayfabe tonight because sometimes we are in the illusion that everyone agrees to believe. When you look at this and you break it down, you could take some valid comparisons out of it. I know a lot of times people look at certain things or look at certain words, but we all can fall guilty of kayfabe because we can always be putting on an illusion, right? No one knows who you really are. No one knows what you really stand for. But once the lights and cameras come on, that's all people will see of you. We see this a lot in content creation. This was a very big thing covered by people when they talked about people like what her name was, Candace. What's the gay lady name? Black lady name, Candace.
Owens.
Yeah, what her name was?
Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace Owens. That was a big one. A lot of people went back and compared her first TED talk she did when she first talked about, because a lot of people don't remember her past. Her past, she came from a lot of poverty. She dealt with a lot of bullying. She went to a very heavy white school. She was like one of the only Black kids there. She had a lot of threats, death threats, things of that nature. And then if you notice later in life, when the cameras come on, she might not seem like the person that went through those things. And I thought this theory was a pretty cool theory, right? Because a lot of times we can stay in character and people can never know who your character really is. So I thought it was a great theory to talk about, the illusion that everyone agrees to believe. What are your guys' thoughts about this theory?
I used to believe wrestling. But it seems like everything is fraudulent nowadays.
But that's the deeper dive too. When you take the deeper dive of kayfabe, it talks about now in today's society, right? Once we get people to emotionally invest, they start to believe it regardless, right? Like we all watch TV shows. We know it's fake. You can watch Raising Kanan or you can watch Power, but every moment felt real. Like you knew, I don't know if y'all watch The Chi. A lot of the Chi actors actually go live on TikTok every week together. Every time somebody passed away off the show, they would come up and talk about it. And a lot of the actors actually talked about that a lot of their fans would be like, man, I thought you passed away. I thought you were no longer here. And like, because people start to really associate the storytelling or how they really get involved in things, because it's easy when that illusion is put on. Like it's easy to be someone that people might think you are, or you get emotionally invested and people pull your emotional strings, and now you start to believe it. You start to really dive into it, and you never really get to know the person. So I thought it was a pretty cool theory when I heard of it. So I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Yeah, just like too, some actors like on the soap operas and whatnot, they said people come up to them talking about what they done did on screen, like why you cheat on her and you shouldn't have did, you know. So yeah, well, I mean,
like Tariq.
Yeah,
Everybody hated Tariq.
Yeah, somehow we disassociate on screen with, well, not disassociate. Sometimes we associate what's going on screen with reality. We want it to be reality so much. And I think that's true why reality TV, it had became so popular as well too, is because we want it to be our reality. So even though it is scripted, I didn't find out till later on that WWE was scripted, or you know, it had a way, the way they did things was not, you know, everybody knew who was beating up everybody, who was going to win that night pretty much. But I didn't find that out till later on in life. But yeah, it's just yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. Yeah, when they was talking about Ghost and Tariq, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody used to hate Tariq.
Yeah.
And then we seen the other side of Tariq on the other end of Ghost when he had his own look, and everybody started to like Tariq again. Then they forgot about, oh, Ghost gonna come back. Everybody had that hope that Ghost, he didn't really die, he was gonna come back. People still do content on that to this day about when Ghost is gonna make his return. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Ted said that was the night kayfabe died. Texas said men don't be manning. Ted's down said, what's this got to do with content creators though? Penny said most celeb play a character every time they open their eyes because they make money off their name as a brand. Penny said reality TV is just for Kim K and others. Penny said they only turn it off for the inner circle. Ted said, I'm a huge wrestling fan, no cap, but I'm completely lost at the moment. Penny said it's never real in today's life unless you can stick it under a microscope and verify.
Gotta verify.
Ted said, not lost on the wrestling, lost on the tie-in. Candace Owens. Ted said, but people change over time, especially with exposure to different opinions and opportunities. Penny said, BBL, makeup, filters, boob job, nose job, weave, lift, contacts, tanning spray, perm. Pick one. You just can't turn into anyone. You can't just turn it. Tana, baby. What's everything? That's everything nowadays.
Appreciate those who do understand.
Penny said, we got folks switching genders like they change draws. Or you can identify as a cat. Two Tight said, pretty good one, souls. Tez, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna inflate this topic. It's horrible. Tez said it doesn't come off as genuine. When I did the dark side of content creation, it made more sense. This just sounds like criticism. Tana Baby said, like the NBA, NFL, NHL, it's all scripted.
Facts.
Yeah. So, y'all got anything else? What you say? You gonna go what?
That's why I don't gamble no more.
Nixon 5, man. Nixon 5, man. The story was already written. It was already written. Tanner Baby said, in my opinion. Yeah. So y'all have anything else for tonight?
I do. Y'all know Rain is not confrontational for the most part. When I do have an opinion, I do. But tonight, I would like to address something. Classic and Tez, although we appreciate your comments, I think some of them were not warranted tonight. As far as I know, there's not been a time where I can't speak up for anybody else here, but I'm gonna say it. Souls or Plug have been in your chat, talking about the topic not being relatable or the topic being horrible or whatever it may be, and I may be wrong. It is what it is, but sometimes we have to keep our opinions to ourselves, and I understand that this is a platform where we have different opinions that come out and whatnot, but still, and I understand the background of what went on between, and there's nothing that went on, the coalition dissolved. It is what it is, but keep it respectful. It is what it, just keep it respectful. Don't. Yeah, okay, Ted, you said Souls does it every time he shows up, but when was the last time he showed up? Honestly. When was the last time he showed up?
You good? We good, right? You good?
I know, but still, I just, I don't,
Good.
I'm not.
We good, man. We good. We good. We appreciate them coming. We appreciate everybody coming through, man, regardless of what they have to say. A view is a view at the end of the day. You got anything, plug?
Y'all know what it is. Thank y'all for the support. Appreciate y'all coming through on Trap the Algorithm Tuesdays. As always, for no middleman, Uncle Plug, Souls of Thought, and Conversation with Soft Rain. Much love.
Yes, sir. You got the closer there, Rain?
I do. Oh, I did. Hold on. Yep, I do. Here it is. So tonight, we appreciate everybody coming through to No Middleman. We want to believe that trust, once given, is a kind of armor, that if a place is sacred enough or ordinary enough, nothing can touch us there. But a church is just walls and a man with a title. A restaurant is just a building and a stranger in a parking lot. The places don't protect us. We protect each other, or we don't. That's what makes stories like these so hard to sit with. Not just with what was done, but where it was done. Inside the exact spaces we built to feel safe. A pulpit, a drive-through, the most ordinary corners of ordinary lives. Trust isn't the reward for a place being holy or familiar. It's a risk we take every single day, mostly without noticing, until the day we can't stop noticing it. So the next time something feels safe, simply because it always have, remember Polk County, remember Twin Falls, and ask what that trust is actually resting on. This is for a video or a written. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in to No Middleman. We appreciate y'all being here tonight. If you're catching this on the rewatch, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe and leave your comments down in the comment section.
No, they call it real. We call it kayfabe. Lights on. Camera rolling. Everybody play your part. Yeah. Hey. Camera rolling. Everybody play your part. Yeah, whole world looking like a wrestling ring. Everybody selling you the same damn thing. Hero need a villain, villain need heat, crowd need somebody that can boot from their seat. Face on the screen, heel on the right. They argue all day, probably cool every night. Camera cut off, everybody shake hands. Camera come back, now they taking the stand. That's a work. But they sell it like a shoe. Give you half of the story, making sure that it's truth. Got you picking your side before evidence lands. While the people behind it already know the plans. Don't break character, don't ruin the show. Keep the people emotional, keep them ready to go. Truth ain't always what get put on display. Sometimes reality book that way. Kayfabe. Tell me what's real when everybody getting paid. Kayfabe. Whole world scripted, but they call it unscripted. Good guy, bad guy. Pick you aside, give them a story and watch them divide. Kayfabe. If the crowd still believes it, then the show gets played. Breaking news, here come another storyline. Same talking points at the very same time. One side mad, other side outraged. Everybody fighting from a different page. But who wrote the book? Who booked the match? Who gave you the clip with the concept attached? Who told you the hero? Who told you the heel? Who benefits most from what you believe real? That's the question. I ain't telling you the answer, I'm telling you emotion make the storyline faster. A work look real when the act can get clean. A shoot gets buried when it hurts the machine. Now work me shoot, that's a dangerous blend. Real life consequences from a fictional spin. Everybody yelling, I know what I saw. Now you know what they showed you that ain't the same at all. Kayfabe. Tell me what's real when everybody getting paid. Kayfabe. Whole world scripted, but they call it unscripted. Good guy, bad guy. Pick you aside, give them a story and watch them divide. Yeah. This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, out a whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshake, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.